Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Gracefall Countdown. Last time...
Boo-hoo.
I'm going to say, stop before we get copyright struck. Last time, what happened? We hung out in the Danger Glade a little bit. In addition to seeing what everyone did in some downtime as about a week passed. Claire is going full-on mad scientist, and it's great. And everybody loves that for her.
Just the most rancid vibes.
Called living your best life.
Best decomposing life.
She's collecting hands so she can throw at people with chill touch. It's all okay.
Wait, what?
Lots of experiments.
Don't worry about it.
Doing lots of experiments on the own bones, on residuum, the moss from a couple episodes ago. Wynne went and planted a seed from a treant named Ghostbark, whom Offstream asked her for some help. So, let's see. Clangley delivered mail and then investigated a bunch of Warforged doing whippets in the Danger Glade, overcharging their batteries, and some of them are just in it for the buzz, and some of them seem to have formed a little bit of a cult about it. They're starting to do some like Scientology rate clearing kind of nonsense. I'm sorry for any Scientologists watching. I didn't know you were allowed to watch
There are no Scientologists
outside media.
watching. I can say that with fair certainty.
I'm sorry about your Thetans. And Issabel did various manufacturing tasks. And currently, Whippet's behind the 812. And currently there are loud lathe noises late into the night coming from the engineering tent. What's that about?
Certainly are. So eventually they stop, and then either really late at night or early in the morning, it's at that point where it's kind of hard to tell which is. Claire hears a really just loud knocking at her door. It's coming from about waist high.
Come in.
Door slowly creaks open, and Issabel just standing there, like, practically vibrating. She still has her magnifying glasses on. It looks a lot like the one she made for Claire. And she just says, "I figured it out."
Figured what out?
Look at it! She's gonna hold up what looks like a plain brass ring. Look at it!
Claire also activates her little magnifier glass thing and, leans in very, very close.
As you look in close to it, you see that on this ring are actual very small engravings on the inside and out of arcane symbols, and unlike her spellbook, these ones finally make sense.
She said create the One Ring.
Kind of close, getting into it. And Issabel's going to immediately start field stripping her arm again. But this time she also pulls her hand around and starts popping pins and things out of it. Till eventually she pulls another ring out of the palm of that hand. And this one, if you look at it, it's way denser in all of the stuff that's on it. But it's still all the wrong symbols still from her old spellbook. She's going to put the new ring in, put it all back together, which takes entirely less time than you think it should for how complex it is. And she's just going to kind of still, stand there, looking at her hand, kind of vibrating excitingly, work now.
Okay, so just so I understand what's happening, Issabel has figured out how to do essentially what Claire did in engraving her spellbook on herself, except now Isabella has her, or Issabel, sorry, I have a coworker named Isabella. Issabel has essentially now recreated her spellbook, but on a ring. Is that correct?
That lives in the palm of her hand on her prosthetic arm, yes.
Excellent. At this, realize, like, as it comes to this realization, like, all of the runes and weird, like, engravings on Claire's arms kind of pulse a little with, like, the weird purple light that emanates from her. You also realize that there are more of them now. Don't know how those got there, but there are more of them.
Don't worry about it.
All right, no need to worry about it. And she doesn't say anything, but she's like also like looking at all of the runes that she doesn't recognize and kind of like reaching for her notebook, like knocking like bones and vials out of the way, trying to get like something to write down. Just like, I need to think about this. She's like head like right up against the ring, like with her magnifying glass, like all like physical protocol boundaries are just like she is hunched over as close as she can get just so she can read how dense these runes are. She's writing all of them down.
Okay, perfect. Quick question. Does anyone else sound robotic? Or is that just on my end?
That might just be on your end.
Yeah, everyone sounds the same to me.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Holding.
You also, I mean, you, oh, shit. We're back. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt roleplay, because I love roleplay. So please continue if there was more.
I mean, Claire will kind of stay in this fugue state until either condition is reached. She is snapped out of it by something moving, or she has written down everything that she thinks she needs to write down. The longer that this interaction goes on, the more she also starts vibrating. Just the absolute weirdest vibes coming from this shack right now.
Wizard's gonna wizard as Claire is going over them. Isabel's like, this is what this one's supposed to do. It doesn't do this anymore because this and this, and it still needs to translate these parts and going over how she's going to have to work to get the rest of her spells back into working because magic's weird here for her.
And Claire is kind of like, well, maybe if we combine this with the effects of the residuum, maybe we could get it to work kind of like a jump start with a battery. So, you know, the whole thing with the charging batteries, I don't know, we've been using this to kind of see its effect on life, but maybe.
I have kind of had the idea of inlaying residuum into the inscribings for the spells to see if that gives any sort of additional boosted effect, but like we don't have the spare residuum at the moment to try it, so I'm gonna have to save that for a later date, and we're gonna see if there's any sort of amplification I can do with that. It'll be a real big fireball one day.
Would you be willing to go to the Danger Glade, like right now?
No.
Can I take this ring to the Danger Glade?
On its own, it's just kind of plain brass. It's not even enchanted on it. It just helps work. I don't know. It's kind of the crux of an arcane focus where it's a lot of math. It's just a lot of math.
Well, since this is essentially what I did here, and here, I'm going to try something. So she wants to, like, reach for the residuum in the bones and try and see if she can just, like... It would take, like, just a little bit of, like, just, like, try to, like, put some into the little... very crudely into the engravings in her arms and see if that does anything.
Okay.
She'll take a little like residuum bone. She'll grind it up in like a mortar and pestle, and then just like.
Okay.
And then she'll cast mending because she has that now, and see if it'll like inlay.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So basically, as we're kind of talking through this, your spell book is basically carved into your arms, right?
Yes.
Okay. So all of the magical runes and such, they're spell components, verbal, somatic material, kind of in runic shorthand. This is great. So you make a fine powder out of the bones with the mortar and pestle. You lay it in, and you cast mending on it, and it glows very brightly, and then kind of solidifies into these bright purple lines that kind of shimmer and fade in the light. They take on a pearlescence, and there's a couple of them all across your arm.
Okay, so she wants to use it on the rune because she doesn't want to use it on anything super powerful in case like something explodes. So she'll use it on her runes for Mage Hand. Then she's going to catch Mage Hand and see what that does.
So you cast the Mage Hand. Sorry, I love this. Okay, so you cast the Mage Hand, and it's a slightly beefier hand than usual.
Yes.
You think
hand works out?
Let's see. Mage Hand can usually lift 5 pounds? Mage Hand. 10 pounds. It can now lift things up to 20 pounds. You think it's got them gains. It's beefy.
Okay, I just want to take a moment to appreciate how fucking cool this is, because this is residuum bone magic being used to both like beef up the magic and deck out the aesthetics of a necromancer. I am so on board with this. Claire is vibrating even more now. Like just full on just like she can't scream, really doesn't quite have the mechanisms, but you start to hear something like whistling in the general throat area. Just like and like suddenly Issabel is not there. She has like pulled out a crate of just like weird animal bones that she has found or have been given to her and is now legging it to the danger glade to turn these bones into residuum.
Everyone, we've created a monster.
Creative?
So as Claire's legging it, Issabel, she just runs past you. What do you do?
Follow.
Okay.
I'm not going into the glade, but like.
Yes, Wynne.
I mean, it's either next time we have combat, Claire is either going to like just one-hit KO it,
What's
or she'll just explode from all the weird extra spells she can.
It's fine. I'm sure we can put it back together somehow.
So that's happy ending.
Yeah, that'll fix a soul. Okay. Before we continue, let's talk about what everyone took on a level up. Clangley, you're level 4 now. What did you take?
An ASI for intelligence.
Classic. Perfect.
Clangley read some books and learned how to do math slightly better.
He can math better. Do you get any class features on level up?
No.
Perfect.
Just the ASI.
Just the ASI.
But because I have special powers, I can use intelligence for my attacks.
Sure.
So I now get a +7 to hit. So
Ooh,
watch
wow.
out, evil enemies.
Excellent.
Can punch real good.
Wynne, now that you are level 4, what did you take?
I also took an ASI.
Okay.
Because with point by gnomes aren't very good druids, so I had a lot of things I had to like even out.
Okay. Perfect. So what two did you take then?
I took wisdom and intelligence, so now I'm slightly wiser and slightly smarter, and I got better spell things. I got a DC and a better spell attack.
Better spell attack and DC. Perfect.
And I got a cantrip.
Oh, yes. Excellent. And still, no one in the party has above a 10 charisma.
No.
Last party, everybody had. I'm pretty sure everybody had good charisma except for Contact. This party,
yeah,
not so much.
TFU.
Actually,
you were all,
I have a charisma of 11.
I
Ooh.
stand corrected.
wow.
No one has a
It's
+1
popular.
to charisma.
Congratulations.
Claire, what did you take on level up?
I also got the ASI. I put it all in int. So
Makes sense. Yep.
yeah, better spell attack bonus, better spell save DC. I also got some spells.
Okay.
As I told you, I do now have mending. I also got some new spells. You'll find out about them eventually. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay. Perfect. And as alluded, Issabel, what did you take on your spell or your level up?
I multi-classed into wizard, and I learned a fun fact about 5th edition. Your ASIs are not tied to your character level.
They're
They're
not.
tied to your class level.
They are not. Marty and I were talking about this the other day, how they should probably just be tied to total level, like proficiency bonus. But they're not. So sorry.
That's okay. I have a lot of spells and a lot more cantrips, so
Multi-classing into wizard, you could certainly do worse. It's a pretty good multi-class. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay.
Meanwhile, the Warforged were slightly smarter.
Yeah, for what this party lacks
Actually,
in
mostly
charisma,
just
it makes up for it in intelligence. I'm never going to give you a puzzle. Well, I will give you puzzles, but
I do have the persuasion skill.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
do too for some reason. Weird.
Can I? It's probably, you're a noble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably tied to that. I absolutely love that two of you took backgrounds that are worthless on this planet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sage and noble. Okay. So, Claire and Issabel start running. Claire starts running to the danger glade. Issabel streaking behind her. Keeping pace because goblins have a 30 speed, right?
Yeah.
They are.
And I can bonus action dash, so I could get ahead of her if I wanted to.
Where you going?
You.
Okay. Clangley and Wynne, can I get perception checks with disadvantage, please?
Ooh.
See if you notice your friends making bad decisions.
Okay.
Listen, modifier bad depends on your perspective.
See if you notice your friends making decisions.
That's a big old 9 for me, so
Okay.
I do not notice.
No, I don't notice
No?
my friends making bad decisions.
Okay.
I rolled a 2
See,
and a
declining
4,
these would be bad decisions.
2 and a 4. Perfect. Okay. That's okay. We'll come back to you in a moment. Okay. You all reach the danger glade. It's the middle of the night, so it's very quiet here. Especially in this area, there's like nothing that lives around here, except for because of the king moss. There's a bunch of signs hastily posted around, but there aren't even any Warforged here anymore. They've all gone back to camp for the evening. The camp was pretty quiet when you all left, but you two reached the danger glade.
All right, yeah, Claire's not stopping. She's moving directly into the danger glade. She's going to set, like, the box of bones down on the ground, squat, so her face is, like, right up against it, and then she's going to, like, pull out her little magnifying glass and just watch the metamorphosis. Oh, well, like, perched with, like, ready to take notes.
Okay. Okay, so just staring at a box of bones, totally normal behavior.
It evokes, if you guys have seen My Neighbor Totoro, you know the part where May is watching the little plants and she's just sitting there squatted? Like, that's what she looks like, except infinitely more cursed because this is a robot.
There's a robot that low-key looks like a skeleton hunched over a box of bones.
Glowing eye sockets.
One of which is magnified.
And Issabel, what do you do?
I mean, he runs up till the edge of the danger and then just stops.
Smart.
Also sits and waits.
Okay.
Are they doing anything yet?
Are they doing anything?
Not instantly, but over a couple minutes, you can see like the edges start to turn, and then depending on how big the bones are, you know, like chicken bones probably turn in about 10-15 minutes. Anything bigger, closer to human size, takes at least an hour. Closer to like arm or leg human size, if it's like hand bones and stuff like that. But nothing, you don't have any human bones, thankfully. But
Not yet.
So great and cool. Actually, you do have human bones somewhere. You were told not to mess with them too much.
No.
But you have Miss Red Shirt's bones.
She is still holding to that. She has not messed with them, and other than like a couple of ear and toe bones, she's left them alone other than to just study them.
From the inner ear, is anybody really gonna miss them?
Okay. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the bones slowly turn. Back in the camp, Clangley and Wynne, you did not notice your friends running by. However, both of you are startled, whether awake or out of sentry mode, by a terrible wrenching noise. It sounds like metal on metal.
Oh, dear.
I leave the lathe running.
It's just Still a lathe spinning out of the engineering tent.
Statement.
Got caught on something.
Hmm.
It's the giant shark from Bob's Burgers.
No.
Yeah, we gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple people kind of poke their heads out of their little rooms and houses, and then after the kind of the metal wrenching, there is what sounds like the scream of a Warforged.
Told them to take it easy on that shit. I fucking told them. What did I? And nobody listens to me. Nobody. I didn't want to be the killjoy, but. All right, let's get out of here. We got some shit to fix.
Okay, so Clangley and Wynne start walking towards the screen. So the two of you approach a Warforged laying on the ground. It's either Styx or Titan. Hold on. Titan was the small one. Styx was the big one. Okay, it's Styx. I don't remember which one was which. And Styx, their chest cavity is ripped open, and they are missing their battery. And you can see his eyes are kind of flickering. Like, unless someone gets him a battery quick, he's not going to last very long.
Do we have extra?
If you ask that, one of the other Warforged kind of hurries away because they do have the ability to recharge or reforge batteries. So they're going to try and get something.
Finally, I'm assuming this is a Tinker Tools check.
To do what?
To make sure this dude doesn't die.
Yeah. So you're basically trying to make what the hell is it? You're trying to stabilize him, right?
Yeah,
I'm Warforged CPR.
Yeah, so either Tinker Tools or Medicine, whichever one's better.
Okay, Tinker Tools for sure. I don't even have Medicine proficiency.
Okay.
I get double proficiency bonus on all my tools, right? Because I'm an artificer.
You should for Tinker Tools and one additional set, I believe.
Graceful.
I think it says all.
Is it all? Hold on, I can never remember what they changed between... features and traits. Proficiency. You gain...
One second.
I don't see that.
Shoot, I don't get tool expertise until 6th level, my bad.
Okay.
Alright. Could I get someone to... I think I just gotta make this roll straight up. This dude's... No, wait a second, I have mending.
Well, he's alive, so mending won't necessarily work in that way. It won't save his life. Do you have Spare the Dying? That'll work.
I Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds will do something.
All right. I would like to make this roll to basically prevent the battery from exploding and replace it.
Okay, sorry. The battery is straight up gone. Like
gone?
Someone ripped it out of him.
Like physically stole it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it's getting an extra one.
Does Clangley have the tools on him to create like a temporary type of battery? I don't know.
So you could try and replicate it with a spell effect. If you use Cure Wounds, you think that would basically act as a temporary battery source.
Yeah, my plan was to shove an unobtainium crystal or whatever in there and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, yeah. You slam some vibranium into him.
Whatever it was called.
It's whatever it needs to be. Anium.
Residuum.
Residuum. Yeah, you put some residuum in there. You put your hands on his chest. You cast Cure Wounds. The piece of residuum glows, and he kind of, his breathing is still shallow, or his like functions, they kind of stabilize. He's not kind of sputtering and like short circuiting anymore. His eyes are dim, but they take on a steady light.
All right, be honest with me. How long did you spend in the glade?
He says, "What? No, someone took it."
What happened? Who? How?
Kind of, his vocoder box kind of sputters, and he can't really talk right now.
Can I roll to fix the vocal box?
Sure, but just in a second, we'll get someone with the battery will come back. But you can try.
Okay. Well, he'll wait for the battery then.
Okay. So when someone runs by you with a replacement battery, and they start kind of repairing it and putting it together, Commander Crawford and her secretary come out and look around like, what is actually happening in this camp? Look down and say, is he going to be okay?
I think so.
Did an animal attack him?
Someone tore the battery right out of his chest.
Look at Wynne.
Yeah, I think Wynne at this point is going to like look around and see like are there any tracks or signs of a scuffle where she can figure what happened.
Yes. Detective, what kind of check would you like to make to do that?
I mean,
perception, investigation, survival. You gotta be good at one of those.
Well, I'm best at survival, thanks to my ASI.
Yes. Okay, yeah, do survive. You can make a survival check, because if you're looking for tracks in particular, that's a survival check. Those are all detective-y skills.
Ooh, and that would be a 16.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking around, you can see what look like the tracks of another Warforged. They're kind of the uniform make and model boot that that certain Warforged, have been manufactured with. They're not unlike Clangley's. And Clangley's sort of a average size. There we go. Jesus. Like, Styx is rather big. Titan was pretty small. They come in various sizes, but there is kind of like humans, they tend to be a uniform size. Or not uniform. There are averages and standard, means. Jeez. Words.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. I need that shirt. So it seems like a fairly average-sized Warforged.
And it seems pretty fresh.
Very fresh, yes.
Not to jump to any conclusions, but Wynne will just like check to make sure, like to see where the tracks lead off to.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So Wynne starts to follow the tracks. The battery is replaced on Titan. He's stabilized. It has been 0 streams since an NPC has been murdered.
This one got better.
This one got better.
This one got better.
But what if
Unless
Clangley...
there's someone else.
Unless you all kill someone else. No, what if Clangley and Wynne had made their perception checks earlier? Then what would have happened? Something else. Then I would have killed this guy. No. He seemed kind of one of the other, like one of the other repairy Warforged, one of the maintenance guys, kind of looks up at you, like gives you the thumbs up, Clangley, like we got him. It's gonna be okay. But he has to power cycle for a couple minutes, so it's gonna be a little bit before he can start talking again. For convenience. So Clangley, you can either wait for him to talk, or you can see Wynne is walking off, following some tracks, and you don't see Claire or Issabel anywhere.
Clangley is not going to let Wynne go alone, even though he would rather wait. He is going to follow Wynne. And he is going to, charge up his fists.
Okay. Yeah, I always picture that Henry Cavill gif of him, like,
reloading his arms.
Reloading his arms.
That's, yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
no, I love it. It's such a good visual. Except obviously, there's actually like a mechanical, it's like a, almost like I also picture like the Hulkbuster from Avengers 2, where it's kind of a pneumatic piston arm.
Now, I just want Clangley to get an upgrade that is the shotgun arms from Big O.
That is how I cast my... No, yeah, that's a spoiler. That's how... I haven't cast that spell yet.
Your shotgun arm from Soup's made-up book of bullshits?
Yeah, it's on the spell. Shotgun arm.
Shotgun arm. Look, I don't know. Steel Wind Strike is the most anime bullshit spell on the planet.
I gotta look that one up. That sounds awesome.
You take out a weapon.
Countered it.
You take out a weapon. You make one slash, and then you appear in 7 different places, making attacks against people. It's
oh my god,
horrifying. It's so anime. I love it. Yeah, I think Shemeshka might have used that or something.
Yeah, Shemeshka used it.
That's just wonderful. And you know what the best part is? Like, if you play as like a sword bard, you can take this as a magical secret spell.
Yep. It's a very good spell.
It's hilarious. I love it.
And you don't even have to be good with the weapon. So, like, wizards can use daggers with it. Anyway.
It's force damage, too. Nobody resists
it's a
force
lot.
damage.
It's crazy.
Why is this allowed?
Because Soup's bullshit spells run wild. Okay.
I mean, I can't talk. One of my favorite cantrips right now is gun.
Okay. Wynne and Clangley start walking away. Cutting back to the Danger Glade, all of your bones have now become residuum, Claire.
Excellent. One of the things that Claire is definitely noting down is the fact that Akane Redshirt's bones did a flash residuum when she died. And these ones took a while. So more tests are needed to see specifically why that happens. But yeah, so she also doesn't like spending a whole lot of time in the Danger Glade. So she has confirmed that all of them are fully residuum. She's gonna stride out of there and then hold out the box to Issa, like, all right, which ones do you want?
Come get your
Issa
bones.
just probably sat down at the base of a tree or something and is just messing with her arm a little bit more. It's spinning the different projections as if she's about to cast spells, and she's just fine tuning it. And she's like, oh. And these aren't from someone, yes?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. The implications of turning living things into just magic fuel is still unsettling to me.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Not so much for the whole bones thing, but You've never really dealt with the morals or lack thereof of a corporation, have you? That's good. That's good for you.
I've dealt with morals before. Most people say not well, but I have.
Arguable. We've yet to see you try to throw someone in here to turn them into a residuum, so you could be doing worse.
I've been told that they explode, and I'm not eager to see that.
Yes, that does get a little messy.
That is the correct answer.
Picking through a box of bones.
You morals bad? No.
Claire's definitely stored that the moral ramifications of turning living things into magic. Put that little away in her pocket.
Just take a little notepad. Note, frowned upon. Underline.
She knew that, but like basically her entire existence currently.
They'd probably both sort through their box bones and just like casually chat as they walk back to camp.
Okay, perfect.
Nothing has gone wrong. There is nothing amiss.
Okay.
Just have more residuum bones now, and in Claire's mind, that's a good thing.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So Wynne and Clangley are following this trail. Where's did I leave that in the other room? Of course I did. Okay, I can remember what this looks like. So you all walk out of the camp and into the woods. You're not heading towards the danger glade though. But you're heading away. You're heading actually in the same direction that Wynne went to plant the tree last episode. You don't get that far, but you get to an area where the tracks kind of go off into a cave. And I don't know why I phrased that sentence as if there was more. The tracks go into a cave.
Oh boy.
Into the opaque danger cave.
Oh dear. That sounds more like Clangley. Oh dear.
Oh, I gotta write that down. Opaque.
Danger cave.
Danger cave.
Thank you.
Unless the new Spice City
welcome.
has a naming convention, and we stick to it.
So, do we go in? Like, what's the protocol here?
Should we perhaps get the rest of our compatriots, or I don't think we can. Clangley, can Clangley call for like some Warforged backup if possible?
Do you want to use like your like a walkie-talkie kind of thing?
I was hoping to just be like, "Hey guys."
Oh, you're a bit
Ron.
you're a bit far.
We're far
from
away
it.
from it.
Yeah, you're a distance where your voice would not travel that far, and they have not set up wireless radio towers.
I don't think
yet.
I have a walkie-talkie.
Not yet. No, you will soon. They have not set up wireless radio towers yet.
That does sound pretty dope.
It's something you can prioritize in the next meeting, which will probably be next episode.
All right. Let's should we go into the cave? I'm gonna let Wynne handle this one because I don't know what dangers lurk in a cave. I'm not really a cave guy.
I mean, lots of things can lurk in caves. like lichen and moss and bears and dragons. I don't know what's in this cave specifically, but there are lots of things in caves.
Well then, shall we go inside the cave?
I mean, it's up to you, but I would probably, I don't know what the company policy is on going into dangerous caves, but maybe we should go get a couple more people before we do that.
Yes, perhaps we should. I'm just a little worried because, okay, how about I will keep watching from the cave, you gather our compatriots so that we can, so I don't want whatever's in there to get out again.
Okay. If you're fine here by yourself, I could just leave Spicy. He could be our little spy.
Spicy flexes.
Can Spicy stop someone from escaping?
Spicy can attack them.
Oh, only if I use an action to do it, and I think that ends after a certain amount of time.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to stay here and guard the exit if that is okay.
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 So I'll go back and get people.
So Wynne will start jogging back to catch up with Claire and Issabel. Okay. After a couple minutes, Clangley, you can hear a voice. It's kind of echoey, so it's a little hard to make out who it is. But they recognize you. And they go, you can just go, Clangley.
Go where?
Just leave. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Didn't someone get their heart torn out? The battery ruthlessly torn out.
Yeah, you fixed them. It's going to be okay.
What happened?
He didn't deserve it.
What? I'm sorry. I'm not following. The voice is coming from inside the cave?
Yeah. Like they're hidden in the shadows, but yelling out to you.
Did you tear out someone's heart?
They got better.
Who are you? Who is that?
They stop talking. They're not gonna. I'm not identifying myself.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, if we have
I
to.
recognize the voice.
Give me an insight check. It's a little difficult, but you can do it.
That is a... I believe it is a... Sorry, it's a 15.
15? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if... Okay. Yeah, you think it's Plow. One of the Warforged who was like really into the iridescent danger glade.
Wow.
That's cool.
Is that you in there?
They clam up.
You're going to come out right now.
Yeah, I think I'm good. No, Plow says, I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Clangley is going to vent some steam through his hat.
Okay.
and he is going to patiently but angrily wait for backup.
Okay. Wynne, you make it back to the camp right as Claire and Issabel do as well. You can see them entering the camp from the opposite direction.
I guess Wynne would meet them and catch them up to speed about what happened.
Oh,
Uh,
oh my. We should get to Clangley rather quickly in case something happens.
Claire runs to put her bones away, and then she'll run back.
I mean, I was about to say, which is on the way? Which is closer, Claire Shack or the engineering tent?
I believe you said that you made sure Claire Shack was right next to the engineering tent. I think you said that so that you could keep an eye on her. I thought you did.
Oh yeah, I think I said that.
Yeah. So they're about the same. So you can quick make a stop, and then you can you make like a little triangle. It's not, the camp's not huge yet, so it doesn't take very long. And then Wynne can lead you back to the opaque danger cave.
Running.
Okay, and you can see Clangley is venting steam next to a little stream by this danger cave. He seems mad.
The moment he sees the rest, he just storms into the cave.
Okie doke.
And then he signals, he's like, come on, but like doesn't say anything. He is pissed.
At this point, Claire doesn't know who she's more afraid of, the guy in the cave or Clangley.
Yeah, you've never seen him this angry. Like his whole like one eye deal, it's turned red at this point.
At this point, I'm more afraid for the person in the cave.
Yeah, and Clangley will he'll light a torch or whatever he has to do. Actually, does he have dark vision?
That's a great question.
I was about to ask
He does
that.
not. He does not have dark vision.
No, Warforged don't have dark vision by default.
Then Wynne will cast Produce Flame, which pops up in her hand, and she'll like, I don't know, kind of smear it on a piece of on a branch and be like, here you go.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
Make an impromptu torch. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so illuminating the cave. Looking around, can I get perception checks, please, from everyone?
Oh, boy.
That is a 17.
Get those.
Dang.
Clangley is very, very focused when he's mad. All
I
that
gotta-
like kind of... Oh, sorry.
No, you good. Keep talking.
All that kind of aloof adventure in nature, gone. Just completely gone. He's just pissed.
I got a 15.
15.
I got an 8.
Claire. Oh, weird. You're the whiz tank. 15 from Claire. And what did you get, Issabel?
A whopping 5.
5. My little notes for this episode so far are opaque danger cave and Clangley Wynne bracket murder. Because you witnessed a murder. That's
We didn't witness a murder.
yeah. An attempted murder. Which there's a TikTok sound from Knives Out where one of the characters says like something about attempted murder. So what do you have on me? Attempted murder? And it's like you do know attempted murder is still like a felony. Like you can't, if you don't successfully kill someone, you don't get away with the lesser penalty than successfully killing someone.
I was going to say, not only is it not a penalty, not only is it not a felony, it's also like not, the penalty is not that much less than in fact.
you tried to kill someone. Just because you weren't good at it doesn't mean the law is like, well, you weren't good at it, so...
Yeah, go ahead and try again, Buster. That's not how this
You know
works.
what? Better luck next time, friend.
Get good, scrub.
I want a judge to tell me to get good.
I look like 15 years and get good. Scrub should be a pen.
Okay. Okay. So Claire and Clangley, looking around, you can see the cave looks like it is inhabited. Currently unoccupied except for by the errant Warforged. Let's see. I'm trying to think of clues as to what. So there is fur on the ground. Big claw marks in the side of the cave. It almost looks like something like sharpening its claws there. Big tufts of fur, and in addition, you see there aren't a lot of them, but there are like big bits of shell, like big, almost armor plates, and they're like they're basically made of like the stuff that fingernails is made of, but very, very tough. It's thick.
So hermit bear cave.
It's the hermit bear.
You don't think it's the hermit bear because they're more like, it's not like shell bits. It's like they are more like armadillo plates.
Hangered the bear armadillo. All right. So Plow is there though.
So you can see at the very back of the cave they have sort of. Okay, there we go. They have kind of cowered, and they're holding the battery, and they're way in the back. And when they see the torch come in, they echoingly yell, "Stay back! I'll do it."
Clangley, do what?
They take out a dagger, and they like hold it over the battery.
The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to blow yourself up. If you do that.
Yeah, but if you... Just let me out.
What are you...
I feel we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Why do you say that?
Let's take a step
Wait
back.
a second. I'd like to make an insight check. Is he bluffing?
You can make an insight check, but Wynne is also stepping forward to be like, okay, everybody cool out.
He's too angry to properly gauge this.
Okay. Wynne, what would you like to say?
Wynne is just going to be like, let's all just take a step back. Plow, please explain what exactly just happened from your point of view tonight.
Kind of, they center themselves. If they could take a deep breath, they would. She says... Yeah, just... She says, I know this seems crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Clangley,
But...
don't interrupt.
Sorry,
Continue,
sorry.
Plow.
Apologies.
But...
What it's worth, I'm on your side with that one, Clangley.
She's holding a heart, basically. Except the heart's also a nuke. She says...
Now even worse.
She says... Okay. I know it seems crazy, but it's just that... So Styx went into the Danger Glade, right? And he was the first into the Danger Glade. And so that means his battery is the best. So if I just have the battery, then everything will be better. And it's just we can all enjoy the better battery. And I knew he would get a new battery, and that's all that matters. But now I have this battery, and I'm just gonna put it in, and then I will have been the first in the Danger Glade.
my god.
It's just, it has a logic to it.
It certainly does. That's certainly a logic you got there.
Yeah, you've basically made a system where even if we get rid of that Baron, then you're gonna go try to find and murder the second person. Oh.
Yeah, Plow. I think you kind of made something of a problem for yourself, or you're kind of putting too much into this.
Problem for yourself and everybody else around you, I will add.
She kind of looks up and she says, I took it too far?
A little bit.
Very
murdering-
much so.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
There's one. Mute. Graceful. We're back.
We're back.
Plow goes, I made an oopsie.
That's all, folks.
Did I do that? Okay. Various other catchphrases.
You just did like a Mortal Kombat on someone. Yes.
Whoops.
I don't even know.
Get over here.
In Mortal Kombat is historically Steve Urkel,
Yeah.
so
Rips out heart. Did I do that? So Clangley is like,
I like this.
oh, why didn't you say so? Just come over here, I'll install it for you, and then you can be the first in the glade.
That's not a good thing. No.
No,
We're gonna stop this right here.
It's the trick, is what it's called a trick.
that as soon as WoW gets in punching distance of Clangley, they're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the trick. But I don't think it would have worked either way.
Yeah, I'm not really too good with doing tricks right now. We've had a serious thing committed here.
All right, look, Plow, I want you to calm down, and I think it would be best if you came out of the cave. I think it would be best if you gave me the battery. And I think it would be best if you go and you apologize. That's the first thing you should do.
Well,
And
we're
then
gonna put
we're gonna-
Plow in jail.
Then we're going to put Plow in jail. You don't have to know that part.
What's everyone's passive perception?
I miss being able to say 20,
13.
10.
The fat 11.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay. When, as you're talking, you kind of, your ears catch something, and quietly attempting to enter the cave are 3 large creatures. One of them failed their stealth check.
Oh, yeah, we really gotta leave this cave right now and put Plow in jail, because there's 3 animals who just came in the cave.
They're blocking the exit.
There is only one exit, yes. And they are blocking it.
Well,
Good fucking going. Wow.
Well,
She wants to say it's not her fault, but it is. It's patently her fault.
Your fault.
very much your fault. I'm gonna probably need some con save here pretty soon.
Anyways, loads fist.
Okay. So if you all turn, you can see, growling as they enter the cave, are 3 creatures, which can be best described as...
Queen Zap Zaps and her 2 brothers.
Oh, yay, it's your friends. No, armadillions. They're armadillo lions.
Aw.
Good.
Why did it have to
cute.
be lions?
Yep. So they have, the big cat heads with manes, but they have an armadillo carapace, their tail kind of slumped under, but big, powerful looking arms and claws, and they're growling. It seems like it's 2 girls and a boy. The boy is lazy because boy lions suck.
They sleep 20 hours a day. They don't do anything.
they
just
wa-
fight each other.
Yeah, they watch the kids, I guess, technically, but the girl lions are doing everything. Hashtag
They're
girl
really-
boss.
Boy lions have 2 jobs: watch the kids and look pretty.
They are pretty, though. I mean, it's hard to argue.
They are really pretty.
I love lions. And you can watch me play a lion man this Sunday when Dragon Lords finally comes back.
Plug.
Gotta plug them streams.
Yep. Okay. So, I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
6.
I got a natural 1,
Oh, boy. And that was a 6.
which is a 2.
Clangley. I'm just going to put Claire at the bottom.
I got a 3.
Wynne, I'm just going to put Wynne right above Claire.
Listen, I'm trying to talk down a
14.
Yeah. 14? Perfect. I'm sorry, Clangley, what was yours?
6.
6.
Oh, wait, 5, because I've managed 6. We're really taking our time with this one.
Okay, let me...
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter how low we rolled as long as everybody else also rolled low.
I mean, yeah. I think everyone has to get like a natural 1 for it to actually do anything.
Yeah, even if they got natural 1s, they would be going before Claire and Wynne. And they didn't get natural 1s, and they're going first.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, so they're going to pounce. So let's do this randomly. Each one will take 1 of you. Or, well, there's 3 of them, so they will... Each one will take a different one. Okay. It's going to be everybody but Wynne. Let's see.
Fuck.
Yay!
Clangley, does a 16 hit your armor class?
No.
No? Okay, so it misses as it
Probably
pounces
more-
at you. Say that again?
Probably more like it skids off my armor. I don't feel Clangley dodges much.
Its heavy paw slashes against you pointlessly. Let's see.
He just...
I turned red again.
Let's see. Issabel, 13 to hit.
No.
Oh, wow, okay. And Claire. 13 to hit as well.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So you take 6 slashing damage. And
I got a whole lot more hit points now, so.
you need to make a strength saving throw, please.
God, okay.
Probably very strong as a wizard.
Oh, yeah, totally. So 15.
Oh, okay. You are not knocked prone.
God. So it's 6 points of damage?
6 points of slashing damage, correct.
Cool.
Okay. So these 3 large armadillions are up in your faces, and it is Issabel's turn.
I would like them to be less in our faces, so I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Okay, yeah.
Which, question about doing that in a cave?
Uh-huh.
Don't you have to get near them to cast Thunderwave? Or I forget how it works.
It's a cube of 15 feet originating from you.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
We're in a cave, and I'm essentially sending out a shockwave.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cave gonna keep that from dissipating? And more or less act like a gun barrel?
Yes. Yes. I think so.
Okay. I would like the armadillions to make me Constitution saving throws.
$15, 17, and 20. Dirty 20.
I hate all of those because they all pass.
They're pretty tough.
Successful save. Half damage, so they're still going to take some damage.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't get pushed away, which is what I was hoping for. Halving damage, round up or down?
Down.
4 damage.
Okay.
4 thunder damage.
Okay. In addition, the loud shockwave shakes loose some creatures from the top of the cave. And there are a total of 8 people here.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okie doke. Well, that stunk. Wynne, does a 9 hit your armor class?
Surprisingly, no.
Okay. 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 So these really, really gross stalagmites stalactites fall from the ceiling, piercers. One of them misses Wynne. Another one bounces off of one of the armadillions, and but one of them hits Plow, so she takes some damage. She says, "Ow, it really hurt."
No, stop! Don't hurt
No,
her.
please. And now this gross little thing is writhing on the ground, and they're basically pointless once they drop. They can't really do anything. They're surprise attack monsters, and that's really it. It has no other actions.
Give them like 6 hours to climb back up onto the ceiling.
Yep.
Oh, you're in trouble.
You can just kind of kick it to the side. They're much scarier when they're ropers. Okay. Plow gets to go. There's not really anything for her to do, so she will take her action to dodge, and it is Clangley's turn.
Clangley, are any of the stalactites nearby? And do they look like,
Yeah.
do they look like they're weird, aggressive gross wormy things that are going to attack us?
They look like weird, aggressive, gross, wormy things, but they don't. They look very pathetic now that they've fallen on the ground. They don't actually have an attack after they've dropped. They can't do anything to you.
That's like a really pathetic, like evolutionarily, I see where the benefit comes from, but like that's such a very specific use case. It almost feels like they evolved to harass adventurers.
Yes, it's very corner. What do they eat? Like adventurer carcasses, I guess.
You are currently in their grill, right, Issabel?
It's kind of. We all are.
Yeah, they're all up against you.
I also have Thunderwave, but I don't want to hurt anybody in the party if I use it.
You can use Thunderwave without hurting anyone.
All right, so Clangley is going to rush up front because that's his job, because he's the tank. It's 35 hit points. Actually, does that need to be updated? Whatever. I'll figure that out after the game.
D&D Beyond should do it for you.
Did it in D&D Beyond? It should have added it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. No, I think it did. So Clangley is going to cast Thunderwave as well at first level.
Okay, perfect. 35 seems right for a level 4 adventurer.
Yeah, con save 14.
Fail. Success. Okay, 2 failures, 1 success. I got.
That is 9 points of thunder damage to all of them.
Okay.
And there's actually like a thing I can do as like a bonus action that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I meant to bonus action a thing as well, but it was just make Paulette up here.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem then, yeah.
Yeah, and my bonus action, I'm going to activate my defensive field. So Clangley's going to do this because it's cool. And then he's going to sort of a field of energy is going to surround him, and he's going to gain 4 temporary hit points.
Yeah, what big O bullshit is this? What do you do?
It is version of my turret.
Okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I gained 4 temporary hit points, replacing any temporary hit points I currently have, so I now have 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
It's kind of underwhelming, but it's kind of cool.
As a bonus, equal to your level in this class. Oh, weird. Okay, yep. Okay. God, they really did not pick what it's level, it's your ability score, it's your proficiency bonus. It's all over the place on class design in 5e. Okay. Perfect. Wynne.
Did 2 of them fly back?
Oh, yes. 2 of them were pushed back.
Wonderful.
I think Wynne would try to continue to push these things backwards to out of the cave, and she's going to cast Burning Hands. So
Okay.
they have to make a dex save 13.
Okay. I feel like TFU had like no area of effect spells except for Fireball.
It's the only spell you need.
Give me a few more levels.
It's the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. 2 failures, 1 success.
Okay.
Keep rolling
So they take
fives.
8 points of fire damage.
Okay, that makes my math easy. Okay. 2 of them look very, very badly burned, and the other one seems bloody. So all of them are bloodied. 2 of them are very hurt, and one of them is just sort of hurt. No one's attacking. They're hard. Hide. It's almost like you knew. Don't attack the things with heavy armor. But Claire, I'm sorry, Wynne, is there anything else you would like to do? Like spicy or something?
No, because that's an action to get spicy into battle mode.
Okay. When you cast the fire, though, spicy does flex again. Like, Yeah, cast fire. Get burnt. Scrubs.
That's a little poof of poof of smoke.
Okay. And Claire.
So once Claire has finally shook herself out of her like stupor long enough to actually react to something, her immediate reaction is actually, you know what? Fuck this. And she, in like a puff of like weird purple energy, she has misty stepped out of the cave.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nope. But she is going to cast Ray of Sickness at the. Let's go with one of the ones that has been badly burnt.
Okay.
So, yeah, ranged spell attack. That's 24. I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah. Beautiful armored creatures.
Not so beautiful anymore. Oh, that's on the floor now. Let me try this one. It takes 7 points of poison damage, and it must make a Constitution saving throw unless it's already dead.
It's dead.
Cool. Because of that, let me see. Hang on. I have a little bit of a...
When things die, do
When
you
you
care
kill-
about that? You do.
With the twice. Yes, I do. I just got 3 hit points back. Because I used a spell to kill a creature, and so now its life is mine.
Oh, good.
Cool and normal.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You see like a little puff of like weird purple energy just kind of like meander its way to Claire. Don't worry about it.
A normal and good thing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, it's back up to the top. There are only 2 of them left. They can't... Oh, no. Well, one of them got pushed back, so they will pounce again. This time on Clangley. What are the statistical chances of rolling 2 1s with advantage?
1 in
Great.
400.
Way to beat the odds, buddy.
The other one will attack. That's better. This one can't pounce, however, so Clangley does a 24 hit your armor class.
Yes, it does.
Okay, for 6 slashing damage as its paw... As the first one trips, like it's like this... It's not really a majestic creature because it's kind of all bulky and weird.
Just
But it
barely breaks. Sorry.
Yeah, the first one rolls through, like, it just kind of rolls, kind of splats against the wall, and then the other one slashes against you and does 6 slashing. And that's their turn. Great turn.
Feel bad for it, but that's not going to stop me from lighting it on fire.
No. And speak of, it is your turn.
So I misunderstood when a bonus action, when an action is for my turret, creating it as an action, commanding it is a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna throw some fire at the one that tripped because I just got filled up with attack spells and I'm itching to use them.
Okay.
Firebolt a thing. Does a 16 spell attack hit?
A 16... Let me just double check, but does hit.
And it is taking 9 points of fire damage.
How do you spell bullet?
As Issabel's hand starts to spin, draws a symbol in front of it, and a bolt of fire shoots out of it. You hear Issabel squeal with glee.
The bolt of fire strikes against the lion, and it was coming out of its roll, and then it just slumps over. So there is 1 left. Anything else on your turn?
Continue to squeal with glee.
Okay, perfect. and Clangley.
Punch.
Bunch?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a punch.
Okay.
With my big atomic. Oh, and this is actually thunder damage instead of bludgeoning damage.
What ho, muscle wizard? Shall you cast us a spell?
I cast fifth. I spist. That's a 13 to hit.
A 13 is a miss.
Darn it. I'm assuming that it also has armor, so it's just kind of like.
Yeah, so your thunder punch and it echoes throughout the whole cave, and it's quite loud, but yeah, it just bounces off its hard carapace. It kind of rolls up, then pops back out.
It's green flame blade wouldn't work. Never mind.
No, because you need a second target for green flame blade, right?
Yeah, at least until I get to 5th level, at which point I'll just attack twice instead.
Okay.
Just wanted the option to fire punch something.
Of course, yeah. Wynne.
Wynne, I guess, will attack this last,
Oh, pardon me.
lion armadillo.
Okay.
Or cast Thorn Whip and go and whip it.
Okay. Whip it good.
When an armadillion comes along.
Ooh, and that is a 21.
That's a hit.
Oops, get in the box. Oh, and that's a 6. So 6 points of damage.
Okay. This one's not looking so good. Anything else win?
I think that's it.
Okay. And Claire.
Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna Ray of Sickness again.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
That's a hit.
Boop. That's 9 points of damage.
That is enough to kill the last armadillion.
And Claire is now up to 4 full hit points again.
Neat.
Give it to me. Okay. Perfect.
Low turn around. So, plow! About coming back to camp with us.
Finally, it's going to gesture at the dead animals and go, "Why did you make me do this?" References.
She kind of, her eyes kind of dim and she lowers her head and she just kind of sticks the battery out for someone to take.
Clangley snatches it up and is probably going to, maybe not destroy it, but, he's going to hide it somewhere, most likely.
Okay. It's very warm to the touch. Warmer than it probably should be. It feels like an iPhone battery that's been sitting in the sun too long.
All right. We are going to have a nice long talk about people spending a little too much time in the danger glade.
Okay. And you perp march her back to camp.
Yeah, and Clangley is going to hold on to this battery and try to get a closer look at it at a later point.
Okay. So you take her back to camp. They didn't really have a prison cell yet because they didn't need one, so they impromptu get one up, and Kayla says that they'll have to have a trial. But it's pretty clear cut. She's basically admitted it. And they'll have to figure out.
Very disappointed in you.
Kind of head down. Yeah, she kind of shakes her head. Kayla's like, good job, thanks. Excellent work. We'll figure it out. It's late. Everyone go enter rest mode. Get some sleep. Yeah. Kind of looks up in the sky, looks at the moon. Just like, right, we were going to need a prison sooner or later.
Sorry that this had to happen.
Me too. She walks off. Cora seems to basically read Plow her rights. And then yeah, it's basically a storage crate, like an open storage crate that, you know, that had bars, a cage basically that they've set a lock on. And she's in there for now. Is there anything anyone would like to do as we wrap up this episode?
Claire doesn't enter sleep mode and instead sets to work just grinding down the bones that she got.
Okay.
Like, the light is on in her shack pretty much all night, and it is just like...
Okay. Clangley.
Clangley is going to stew. He's like furious that one of his, one of the people he brought ended up doing this. He's going to go check on Sticks to make sure they're okay. And he's also going to, when that's done, he wants to look closely at this battery and figure out what effect it's, like, what's happened to it, because he is going to have to start, like, stealing off the iridescent danger, like, even to the other Warforged, if there's some deleterious effects here.
So, you think part of the problem is when Plow removed it, they didn't do a very good job. So they kind of nicked it in a couple different places, and it just seems to be not quite leaking, but it's not like venting properly anymore. It's kind of venting out the top instead of the way Warforged work. It's not venting is the problem, because it's supposed to be providing a constant energy source to a person. So the fact that it can't kind of expend itself means it's getting very hot. And normal Warforged batteries don't do that when they're disconnected from people, or from Warforged. But you don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with the battery, because you've been in the Danger Glade and you can kind of feel your chest and even expose your battery and like feel it, and it doesn't feel warm like in this way. It's clearly doing something to them that makes it worse if you remove them. Now that, again, whether or not that, again, points to the fact that prolonged exposure is still dangerous. There are legitimate reasons to remove Warforged battery for repair and stuff like that. But it's not getting hotter, it's just hot.
Okay, so there's no risk of it exploding, right?
Give me an Arcana check. Throw it back in the cave.
18.
18? You think if it were going to explode, it would not be imminently. Like, you would have warning.
Okay, Clangley is first, he's going to sort of try and, like, fix it, and then try to see if this gives us any clues as to the deleterious effects of exposure to the iridescent danger.
Okay, yeah. So that's something Clangley can work on for the future.
Mostly be off screen, probably.
Off screen, and then we'll talk about it next time. Wynne.
I think Wynne would have sort of stayed back a little bit in the cave and sort of made sketches of the lion armadillos and made sure there wasn't like anything else in the cave that was probably, either left behind or Just give him like a little proper burial, that kind of thing.
Okay, perfect. Give me a D100 check.
Ooh. Hopefully I can read it right. 15.
Okay. And in the back of the cave, there is kind of huddled in a little nest, or like not a nest, but a nest.
Oh no.
Is a little cub. Is a little cub.
Again.
How many animals are we going to adopt?
All of them.
Good.
How
Good.
many animals' parents are we gonna kill? Jeez.
All of them.
I was
Oh,
worried
no.
about that.
I was hoping if I didn't think about it, it wouldn't materialize. But
Too bad, boy.
yeah.
What would you like to do with the cub?
Wynne will immediately take it with her.
I mean, I assumed. I didn't think. No, she kills it. No.
Like wraps it up in a blanket and like smuggles it into camp.
That was going to be my question. Do you attempt to hide it in any way? You smuggle it. That tells me all I need to know. Okay. Perfect. We'll deal with that. New Spice City's newest resident next time. And Issabel.
Issabel is really tempted to go and help Claire keep working, but she was already up late working already. Just trying to get her arcane focus retooled and reworking, so she's probably gonna just like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, long overdue sleep. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and with that, we'll wrap up this episode. Outros and plugs. Dan.
Hi, my name's Dan. Please don't kill random animals. It's bad. And please don't kidnap their children. That's also bad. That's my plug.
It's never gone wrong in any D&D campaign I've ever been a part of. So,
That's the part is that it's a D&D campaign.
well, you shouldn't do it in real life. But, Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I will also plug responsible pet ownership and don't adopt exotic pets. Just get a cat or dog. They're much easier to take care of.
And you don't have to will them to anyone.
No.
Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. The short film project that I have been working on for the past year premieres next week, next Friday at 7 p.m. If you would like to see it, it's going to be streamed on Twitch. There should be a link on the ATAC Anim Lab, that's ATACANIMLAB Instagram to register for the event. That's, I think, how you get the link. I will be there in person for a Q&A afterwards. But yeah, it's a fun little goofy short about an octopus ninja that we've been working on for the past year. It's super fun. Please come validate our pain. We've all been suffering for the past couple of weeks. But on pain of death, we will get this thing done. But yeah, other than that, I would also like to plug responsible pet ownership. And also, please, for the love of all the totally get your vaccinations. Please.
Please?
And Jay.
The question is not how many random animals' parents are we going to kill, but how many random animals' parents are we going to become by the end of this campaign?
There you go.
All of them.
Good answer.
Wynne has her way.
Play a D&D with your friends. Be a responsible pet owner. Keep your cats inside.
That's it. I'll echo what everyone said. Get your booster if you can. wear your mask, be safe, especially in the upcoming holiday season. Have a warm and bright and kind time. What do we got coming up? Sunday is the long-awaited return of Dragon Lords. We're finally going to fight that Gorgon and die, probably. It's going to be fine.
Probably.
Medusa. It's a Medusa. I can never remember. In D&D, it's weird. Because Gorgons are giant bulls. Metal bulls, for some reason.
Garrett has been waiting so patiently to murder you.
It's very... I have a backup character, just in case.
I don't, but, I can make one up.
Yeah. They're a fighter, because we'll need another tank. I'm hoping that Kyros does not die. But you never know. Monday is part 2 of Werewolf the Apocalypse, Trouble at the Butterfly Ranch, the Unbroken Butterfly Ranch. So join us for that, because it's going to be a disaster in the best way possible. That will possibly and probably be the last LDI stream of the year as we take our traditional holiday break, perhaps a little earlier than usual, but December is already crazy busy. So everyone have a great time, have a great year, and join us for those last 2 episodes and have a lot of fun, won't you? Play games with your friends. Play friends with your games. Won't you? Words.
We'll allow it to be December already.
They're gone.
Let's not think about it.
There we go. That's the best solution to most problems.
Think about it.
Have a good night, everybody.